Hello, I'm Claudia from Harmed.es, and today I'm gonna show you how you can create a custom box to ship your items. So since the Christmas season is almost here, I thought it could be a good idea to do it with a Christmas pattern. And for this tutorial, I'm gonna give you this pattern for free. You can find the link to download it down the description of this video. And I'm gonna also give you this lettering that you can see here that says Merry Christmas, so that you can also customize it for Christmas. But in case you want to create your box to ship products all over the year or for any other occasion, you can do it following the same steps, and you can get any of my patterns from my shop, or you can create your own pattern following my tutorial of how to create a seamless pattern, which you will get the link also down below the description. So with all that said, let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna teach you is how you can create a template that fits exactly the size that you need. So depending on your products, you will need a bigger box or a smaller box, and that can be tricky to calculate how the template and what's the shape that you need to do. But there is a very cool tool online, it's free, and I'm going to teach you how you can use it to create your own boxes. So the first step is to create a template for our box. Depending on the size of your product, you will need one template or another, and it's kind of tricky to figure out how to create your template. So that's why I'm giving you a link to an amazing website that I've been using for years to create any packaging I need to create. And it's awesome because they have a lot of designs. You can see it here. You can see that there is this triangle shaped design, a heart, and if you scroll down you will see plenty of different options, and you just fill here the information that they need and they will generate you the template ready to print and use. So for this tutorial I'm gonna be using the gift box shape. It's down, if you have to scroll down. In case you don't speak English or it comes with another language, you will have here a menu and you can select the language you need. And then once you're here, you will see that this little image is telling you which sizes you need to give to the website so that they can generate your template. You need to calculate like the size of your product and how big you want your box to be, but keep in mind that the bigger your box, the bigger your template. So you will need a bigger paper, and I don't know which size would be the minimum, but something a little bit big. You will need more than a normal folio or a normal paper to print it. So you will have to go to a local printer and ask them to print it for you in a bigger paper. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna think I have a small product that fits in a box of 5 centimeters. And I'm gonna come down here and you can select inches, centimeters or millimeters depending on what you want. And you just need to fill these places here. But before doing it, I want you to come down here and click more options. It will link you to another page where you only have this box, and you have much more options here. We don't need to change the hole, the track, the glue and everything. We just need to fill here the sizes, so I'm gonna go with 555, like that I will have a squared box. Down here you can see that it's telling me what's the size of the total template, so as you can see it fits in an A4, bin A4, which is the size that usually we use in Europe. So it's gonna be fitting perfectly in a normal folio and I can print it at home. Then what I want you to do is to scroll down and select this option here, SVG, and for Illustrator. With this option selected, you will go to download and create. And then what's gonna happen is that it will download you the template and you will have a file like this one. Okay, it will say gift box because it's the template that you used, 5 by 5 by 5 because it's the size I give him in centimeters, and .svg. So once we have this file, we are gonna open it in Illustrator. Once we open it, we will see something like this with some information here, the name of the template, the size, and these colors in red and blue. So I'm going to teach you how you can modify a little bit this template, and you can save it and start working on it to make it ready to print and use for any order you have this Christmas. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select all these, just clicking and dragging, and we are going to delete it. Then we're going to save this file as file save as, and we are going to save it with the name that we need. So in my case, it's going to be if box, maybe we can say the same name, and finally I will put OK. Like that, I am making a copy of it, and I'm not modifying the original one. So as you can see here, it's changed my name to the new one, so I'm working on the new one. Now where I'm gonna go, it's here to Layers, and if you don't find it, you can find it under Window, Layers. So I'm coming here in Layers, and I see that I have it all together in one layer, and it's more practical to have it separated. So I'm gonna come and select, as you can see, if I click, it's all grouped. So I'm gonna click and then press Command-Shift-G to ungroup. Now I have it separated. I have here these blue lines that are the folding lines. Then I have the red lines, which are the cutting lines, in another group. So I'm gonna click, for example, the red lines, select them, press Command X to cut it from the document. Then I'm gonna come to Layers, create a new layer, and once I have this new layer selected, I'm gonna press Command F, because like this it's gonna be pasting in the front. So F for front. Then what I will have now is a layer with the cutting, with the folding lines, and another one with the cutting lines. We can even come here to the layers, double click over the name, and change the name. So cut and fold. Okay. So another thing I want to do is on the cut line, select it and make it thinner because it's too thick. So 1 point would be fine, and maybe I'm gonna even change the color. So when I come here to the colors, I don't have any colors because I imported this SVG file, and this SVG file have not colors in the document. So I'm gonna import the normal colors by coming here in the swatch libraries. I'm gonna scroll until default swatches, and I'm gonna select, for example, print. Now it will open a new window with all the print colors. I can make it bigger by clicking and dragging. I can select all of them by clicking the first one and then the last one, and between them I'm gonna be pressing Shift. So I'm gonna repeat this. I select the first one, I press Shift, and I come to the last one, and it's selecting all in between. Then I come here and I say Add to Swatch, and now when I come to my swatch, I can see them all. Okay, so now we can close this print, and we can come back to where we were. I was here, and I have the swatch selected in white, which is not good because I cannot see it, but I'm gonna come with a light gray like this. It's more neutral and I see it clearly. Okay, so the next step is to add our pattern to make this box a little bit more personalized and with a lot of color and happiness. So to do it, we are gonna use the design I'm giving you for free, which is this, the Christmas pattern, and I'm gonna just select this JPG and drag it to my document in Illustrator. Once I have it here, I see it's super big, so I'm gonna make it smaller. To do it, we come to any of the corners until you see this arrow changing, and then you press Shift and you click and you drag until you move the size. So I'm gonna make it small, something like this, like this size. I like it, and I'm gonna show you how you can apply it so it repeats all over the design. To do it, first we need to select the image, come to our panel here until we find the links, and since I don't have them, I'm gonna go to Window, Links. I'm gonna drag this and add it to any of my panels here, like that I have them. I can open the links and I see here my picture because I selected it. And what I need to do is to embed it to my document. So to do it, you need to select the picture, come to this little menu from here, and click Embed Images. Now you see this icon, which means that the image is embedded in the document. It's not anymore a link, it's just embedded in the same document. And now that we have it like this, we can go here to swatches, click the image and drag it. You see that you have a blue line. This means that you are adding this swatch. So now we can select and delete this image, but we still have the swatch. All we need to do is take this area, which is the cutting area, and by coming here on the swatches to paint inside, because right now we have the border selected. As you can see here, if you have the border passing over, it means you have the border selected, and if you click here, it will pass over the fill, so it means you have the filling selected. So now that I have the filling selected, or even coming up here, it's the same. I can click the arrow and select the design I want, and now boom, it's painted. So as you can see, it's super easy and it's filling perfectly. I'm gonna show you making a zoom that there are no lines, there are no cuts in the design. It's just repeating perfectly because the design was a seamless design. So if you are not using any of my seamless patterns and you are creating one of yours, follow my steps in the tutorial of how to create a seamless pattern with Photoshop, and your design will look awesome like this one. Okay, so I'm going back again so we can see all the design. And I'm gonna go to layers, and since I have the cut layer over the fold layer, I'm not previewing anymore the folding layers, the folding lines, sorry. And that's something I want to preview, so I'm gonna just drag this and put it up like this. I can see where it's starting one area and where it's ending. So as I told you, I want to personalize a little bit this box, and I'm gonna be adding my logo and lettering saying Merry Christmas. So before we forget, let's save this document. So now we can press Command S because we already have been saving it in a new file. We are working in this OK file. So I'm just saving the changes. And now let's continue. I'm gonna create a new layer that I'm gonna call Design. Okay, and in this new layer I'm gonna be importing the logo and the lettering. To do it, I'm gonna come to the files that I gave you to download, which are the pattern and the lettering, and I'm gonna be starting with my logo. So I'm gonna take my logo. I have it already in a white background, so it's gonna be easy to not mix with my pattern. And the same that we did before. I'm coming, it's too big, I press shift, I come to one of the corners and I just click and drag, pressing shift like that. The proportion of the image, it's not deforming. So I'm gonna be doing it small, and I'm gonna be placing in this area here because I know that this is the back of the box. So this is gonna be the top of the box, this is gonna be the way to open it, the hole to put your finger, and yeah, I think this is a nice area to put your logo. So now it's time to add the lettering, and to do it, we're gonna go back to the documents. I'm gonna take the EPS file I gave you and drag it and open it in Illustrator. Like that, I'm opening it in a new document, and this is important because if you import it directly to the document that we are working, you cannot work as if it was an EPS. You will be working as if it was an image. And we want it to be an EPS because it means it's vector, and we can use it with the transparent background. We can use it in vector, which means that we can do it smaller or bigger depending on the size we need. So, and we can even change the color. We can do many things. So coming here, I'm gonna click the letters. I'm gonna press the keys Command C. Now it's copied. Now I'm coming back to the other document and I'm pressing Command V and it's pasting. And as you can see, again, this is super big, so I'm coming to the corner, I'm pressing Shift and dragging it until it's the size I need. So a size like this will be good, and something I want to do is to change the color. I want to give him a red color, so I'm selecting it, I'm coming here to the swatches and selecting the red tone, and now you can see that it's in red. So I'm gonna come and do a zoom. Then I'm gonna select this and put it in what we can say it's the front area of the box. But the problem is that we need it to be facing upside down, because as you can see, this area is upside down in the template. So to do it, we are gonna select it. We are gonna come to one of the corners, but a little bit outside, like that. Our arrows, they change to the rotation ones. I'm gonna be pressing Shift and I'm gonna click and move, and as you can see, I move until it's rotated 180 degrees. Now I have it facing the right direction, and since this lettering and this pattern are kind of mixing, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a white background to make it pop up more. To do it, I'm gonna come here to the shapes, and under the rectangle, if I press a little bit longer, I will have all the different options. So I'm gonna take the ellipse tool. I'm gonna come what I think it will be the center of this lettering, and by pressing Alt and clicking at the same time, I'm gonna be creating, you see, an ellipse starting from the center. If I don't press Alt, it's starting from one of the corners. But what I want is to press Alt like that. It's being centered with my lettering. And once I have a shape that I like, I will stop clicking and I will change the color to white. And then this, it's over my design. My lettering now, it's underneath, so we cannot see it. So I'm gonna come back to the arrow here. I'm gonna select this new oval shape we've created, and I'm gonna do Command X to cut it. Then I'm gonna click the lettering and I'm gonna press Command B. Like that, it's pasting in the back of what we selected. So now I just need to select both of them and move them together until they are centered in the design. So with all this, you have your file ready. I'm gonna do zoom outside so we can see it all together. You have your file ready to print, and then all you need to do is cut the outside lines, fold on the lines that you have marked, and even these lines, if in blue you find they are too visible, you can select them and come and change the color to gray. And then all you need to do is cut, fold, paste, and you have your packaging ready to ship your orders this Christmas season. So I hope you liked my tutorial, and I wish I could see some pictures or hear from you in the comments below the video, so that you can tell me how you find it, if you've been finding it useful, if your clients are liking it, because remember that the branding of your products is super important. How you treat your customers, how you present your products, it's how they will remember you. So all your products, all your shop, everything around your brand should be branded with your colors, should be sending the same message, so should be making your clients fall in love with you and especially remembering you. Like that, they will come back, they will recommend you, and you will keep growing and making more and more sales. So I hope again you like this tutorial. Please leave your comments down below and see you soon. Bye!